Aldridge. Here we go. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here are the Hornets with the ball.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked him what's the hardest thing about facing Nikola Jokic. He said the way he controls the game at the offensive end. He keeps everyone involved. He's a great scorer, and you have to keep him off the offensive glass. It's a tall order, all of it. Guys?
Thank you, David. From deep, Green. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Here's Jokic, following the score by Charlotte. Here's Banchero. Green with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside Butler. Outside Green. Off target from outside. Barnes right side. Here's Jokic. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Jokic just got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They kick it out to Green. Charlotte moving the ball around. Back to Vucevic. Pass to Nembhard. And a miss there on the triple. Portland leading. Will stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization. Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Kicks it out to Banchero. Pass to Daniels. 6 to shoot. Back to Banchero. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Assisted.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Charlotte again missing.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Here's Kamara. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a 3-level score. That time, SGA takes it all the way.
.152 left to play in the first quarter. From deep, Jokic. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Portland making a change here. .141 left from the first quarter of the game. Outside Irving. Middleton outside. Out left to the wing. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. And the foul on Drew Holiday.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here.
Lineup for Charlotte. Jaden McDaniels.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Suggs. Jump shot is good.
And this is a guy who is really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Suggs, so dangerous in the pick and roll.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Irving with a clean look. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Back to Suggs. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Nine seconds left in the first. 3 seconds left. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8. Here's Suggs. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Charlotte. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
Yeah, they're off to a smooth start, but that's no reason to get comfortable. You cannot let up in this league.
And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. Out to the wing. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Portland trailing here. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels. possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Now, here's Zubats. He goes up again. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Zubats has got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So both teams changing it up here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Lively's shot is off. Here's Irving. And Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
First team foul.
Here's Suggs. Barnes, right side. From 15 feet away. And the shot falls short this time.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Butler.
Excellent coverage by Murphy there. At 6'8", he has the ability to distract shooters with his presence.
They need this one. Hornets with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jalen Suggs.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever. And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Irving. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Lively. No good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. And here is Irving. Pass to Vucevic. On the wing, Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
One-on-one here. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
An outstanding transition player. When Gilgeous-Alexander is on the attack, good luck trying to contain it.
Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Cunningham. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 5.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. So both teams making some changes here. The Hornets on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Green. Nemhard with it. They kick it out to Green. Shot clock at 5. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Charlotte no good that time either. Knocked away. Stolen by Holiday. Fast break now for Charlotte. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Nembhard. Butler on the way. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, despite that turnover, they've done a decent job taking care of the ball, and they'll need to continue that if they want to hold on to this lead.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 7.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Here's Hartenstein. He has yet to score. Pass to Green. The kick outside to Butler. Releases. Charlotte no good that time either.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Cunningham's shot is off. Got it up. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hornets ahead. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And he banks in the layup. Cunningham's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skills?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Back to Vucevic. It's stolen. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. Cunningham outside. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Charlotte. The lead is 2. From 18 feet away. And he gets the jumper to drop. Timeout. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Trailblazers trailed by 4. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Jokic, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Here's Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Second team foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
so he can't get either to fall. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
Back to Middleton. Bryant. And again, the Hornets missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Charlotte in the lead. He takes it in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
It's Cunningham with the drive. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Zubac's in the post. Another shot. It's hauled in by Jokic. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Pass to Banchero. And here's Jokic. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Middleton. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shake. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 16. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Cunningham's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. A tight game here in Charlotte.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Irving. Outside Holiday. Left side, Irving. 5 on the clock. And Lively pulls it down. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That team is a little road weary right now. That is the 6th consecutive game away from home. Now, here's Banchero. Now one near Suggs as he lets it go. Nailed from three-point land.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Outside Holiday. Outside Irving. To the paint. Stolen by Lively. And even 3-on-3 break. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
Pass to Banchero. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. And it's 6 points for Paolo Banchero. In the corner, Middleton with it. Back to Irving. Looking to get back on track here. Outside Holiday. The shot that time, not on target. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Suggs. Taken away by Holiday. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Vucevic with the bucket.
It really helps their team so much when Middleton's passing with effectiveness, and it helps him out as a scorer. He's that much harder to defend.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Trailblazers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Irving. Over Suggs. Irving can't get it to go.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Portland leading. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Here's Suggs. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
All right, thank you, David.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Here's Cunningham. Plays it up off the glass. Cunningham's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
And finished off by Lively.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Charlotte moving it around. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Great timing by Jokic allows him to block that shot.
Here's Lively. And it's good, 2 points. Cunningham's got 24 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 7. Goes up the baseline. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. He's got 20.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Make some noise, fans.
Inside. Nifty move. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
Yeah, I feel like Jokic doesn't even need to see the basket when he gets that close.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Jimmy Butler coming up big with the game on the line.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
Pass to Vucevic. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
And Banchero, here we go. And he gets it to go.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful. Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
That free throw good from Butler. And here are the Trailblazers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. .136 left in the fourth. To the wing right side. Jokic with it. Now Green defending. And it's Jokic missing. Hornets trail by 6. Down low. Vucevic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Big Vooch with a big bucket. That is clutch.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. So it's both teams making substitutions here. .115 left in the game. Here's Cunningham. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Daniels traps in the tray. Daniels has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland. Right side Holiday. Green with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Cunningham with some nice D. Banchero outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lively. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assisted by.
And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Rejected by Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
And so Portland takes this one.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Berry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander to the paint. And stolen by Jokic. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Vucevic. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. And it's Green missing. And here's Portland. Jokic with it. He's picked up by Nembhard. Now Barnes. Here's Cunningham. He's off on that one. Nice D from Vucevic. Baseline jumper. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's a great pace to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. The mid-range fits well.
Here's Banchero. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Outside for Butler. Tries the spin move. Just 5 to shoot. Portland with a rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. He said Nikola Jokic is so intelligent. He said we know the offense is going to run through him. So all we can do is mix up our looks defensively. And then at the other end of the floor, make him work on defense. Try to wear him out a little bit. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And it's the Hornets on the break.
Nobody's catching SGA on the fast break. Nobody.
The 3 from Banchero. He drops it from range. Banchero's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Charlotte trailing. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Kamari. Here's Daniels. He's guarded by Nembhard. Picked by Sabonis. Inside. And stolen by Green. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Now here's Vucevic. And the layup is good off the glass. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Checking in for Charlotte.
Outside Irving. Launches it from deep. Lively grabs the miss. Portland trailing here. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time. Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Irving. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Shoots a fadeaway. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
Sabonis, he's open. And he drains the quick shot.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Here's Middleton. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Suggs, left side. Oh, man, Carroll throws it down.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Zubac. Lets it go from 14. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And stolen by Middleton. A nice shot by Zubac.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Sabonis. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Charlotte on top. Up by 3. Quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to trying to feed that, get out quick.
White can't hit. Charlotte leading by 3. Outside Irving. Pass to McDaniels. Six to shoot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump.
Here's Zubac. Middleton from the outside. It's hauled in by White.
Well, I love when guys still use fundamentals to box out and rebound. He cleared his man out effectively on the box and then stepped towards the ball to grab it.
Number 5.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach. some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Van Caro driving hard. McDaniels with some nice D. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
And you just see that burst. Gilgeous-Alexander, hard to catch him once he gets that first step.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Group getting ready for Portland. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, BA, if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
Outside Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Goes back up. Pass to Jokic. Lively inside. And there's a 3-second violation.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Charlotte leading by 8. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Irving for 3. And the Hornets, another 3.
And that is just money from Kyrie. He's so dangerous from outside the three-point line.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Over to the wing. Now Jokic. Still no points.
Wait a minute. Jokic has got some vertical too? Wow.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Butler. Takes a 3. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Butler's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jokic in the post. Pass to Lively. Vucevic with a steal. In transition. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
This is his second trip to the line in the game. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Out left to the wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Blazers trail by 17. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Green, a screen. The three is up. Vucevic's shot is off. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. They host the Pistons after this one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Barnes, no good. Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 16-4 run. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Charlotte now. Outside Irving. Up top Nembhard. 6 on the shot clock. Charlotte, no good that time either.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Low block shot. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5. Charlotte leading by 13. Pass to Butler. Oh, Butler, what a dunk.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
And that one's good. Cunningham's got 6 here in the quarter.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Pass to Vucevic. For 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Vucevic has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Usually a straight-on three-point shooter, Vucevic showing his versatility. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Oh, Green with a block.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
The 17-footer. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Irving's got 11 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. All right, let's get an update on Scotty Barnes. What's the latest, Allie?
I had a moment to catch up with Portland's head athletic trainer, and he told me that after his initial exam, it doesn't appear to be anything major. This is certainly not the way they wanted to start the season. Frustrating for both him and for the team. We'll keep you posted as we find out more.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not.
And that's just big man strength from Vucevic, continuing to prove just how tough he is to stop.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. 90 seconds into the second half now. Blazers trail by 14. Here's Miller. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Green. Outside Butler. From outside the arc. The shot won't fall. Back to Cunningham. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Vucevic with it. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Portland now. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Barnes. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Tipped. It's stolen by Irving. So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. Irving, no good on the free throw. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Fires it. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Blazers trail by 16. Pass to Williams. They need this. The kick out to Banchero. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Ooh. Talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with it.
Irving, no good. Cunningham on the wing. He's got 6. To the inside. Barnes. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Banchero goes strong down low.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
Now here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Let's go with a 3. Another miss by Irving.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
They grab their own miss. The 3 from Banchero. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Blazers making a change here.
And show your appreciation for your short answer.
Irving with it. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Blazers trail by 14. Here's Daniels, still without a bucket. Just 5 on the clock. Rebound by Middleton. Charlotte leading by 14. Outside Irving. A deep three. There's the three. And it's Chris Middleton with the three. Middleton's got 8 points.
He's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
.56 seconds left in the third. From 11 feet away. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Here's Irving. And the jumper is good. He's got 13.
Tough period. I mean, he's just 1 for 5 in this frame, struggling to get back on track.
And it's Jokic missing. And it's the Hornets ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And that one's good. Irving.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Shakes him. And here's Zubac. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Nikola Jokic. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. That free throw no good. And he sinks the second. And so it's Charlotte with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off.
30.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now Irving. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him. Brent, you spent some time in front offices. How much more do teams rely on analytics now versus even a decade ago?
Oh, a massive amount, BA, but there are a lot of teams that are still aren't there. I think it's a constant battle about how far you're going to push, leaning into the numbers. With all these net ratings and the ways that you can start to digest what it is that guys are producing on the floor, teams are getting smarter and smarter.
Blazers making a change here.
Powell and Carroll. Dyson Daniels.
Here's Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
To the wing on the left. Here's Banchero. It's tipped.
Smart defender. Zubac understands how to position himself to come up with blocks.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Man, scoring off a turnover is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Here's Banchero. Money from 17 feet out.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Here's Irving. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Cunningham outside. Pass to Banchero. Timeout called. The Blazers. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. 2 on the clock. And Banchero gets it to go.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Up top, Hartenstein. Back to Irving. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the league. One factor, rebuilding teams can't hoard cap space like they once did.
Yeah, BA, so much tougher for teams to absorb these huge contracts in exchange for picks. So now you've got to use that cap space from day one, jump on the guys that you think are going to propel your team, and hope for the best.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. Lets the three fly. Hornets with the rebound.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
The drive by Irving. Here's Grimes. Yes, it's good.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Cunningham looking it over. The shot comes out.
That puts them over the foul limit with plenty of time left. They have to be careful now.
15 foul. At the line for Charlotte, Kyrie.
That free throw good from Irving.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
It's Holiday with a drive. And Holiday powers it home.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Pass to Cunningham. Looking to get it going. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Shot clock at 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Barnes. And it's Charlotte with another.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Vucevic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Outside for Green. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
On the wing, Green. To the middle. Left side, Butler. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go in. Third miss out of 9 shots.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hornets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
And this is an even matchup, 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
And what a huge performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now, serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Wide open. And it's cleared by Vucevic. And we've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Lets it go from deep. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so it's the Hornets taking care.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Lakers. Now here's Harden. Into the lane. Another shot. Here's Allen. Off target at the rim. They kick it out to Green. Outside Butler. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Count that bucket.
But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Over in the corner, Allen. Back to Harden. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. We played just over a minute here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. That one misses.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
LeBron James, good.
You've seen late in LeBron's career much more emphasis on that three-point shot, really extending that range.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Anunoby sends it back.
Such an active, skilled defender. OG Anunoby twice on the pipe. Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. Now, Coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. LeBron to the paint. Here's LeBron. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. LeBron's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
On the wing, Anunoby. Harden inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the Hornets miss again. The Knicks leading by 7. When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Pass to Nembhard. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, never one to force up a three. Jimmy Butler judiciously will take a three-point opportunity. That is a nice delivery.
Timeout, timeout.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:36 left in the first. Double team on Holiday. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Ivica Zubac leaves, no doubt. That is a big-time finish.
Murray outside. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
How about Zubac? Works so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
Reed with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Fast break now for Charlotte. And it's Irving missing. The Knicks leading by 4. Down low. And the dunk by Eason.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now, here's Zubac. And he converts the layup. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, that's Zubac just carving out space with that big frame.
Murray outside. Pass to Reed. Over Irving. And so the first quarter is in the books. Knicks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Murray. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And Murray never shy, absorbs the contact there, and gets it to go.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw good, Murray. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Now here's Murray. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, two-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Up top, Zubac. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Zubac has got the lead up to 2 now for the Hornets.
That's a smart pass from Jaden McDaniels. Just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
And the basket by Harden.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Zubac. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. White left side. From downtown. And again, New York with the triple.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here's Nembhard, still without a basket. To the middle, got a piece of it, and stolen by LeBron. Pass to White. Back to Allen. James looking around. Green with the rebound. Hornets trail by 4. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years. Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. And as James Harden enters his mid-30s doors, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
This is so true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
And he makes that one.
I tell you, James Harden's ability to power through contact and finish with bodies around him is something else.
Pass to Green. Pulls up. No good there. New York leading by 4. It's Harden with the drive. Allen outside. Here he goes. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Allen's got 6 points.
Wow, how about the finesse on the drive to the cup? Jarrett Allen gets better every time he hits the floor.
Outside, Green. Pass to Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Nemhard with it. Back to Vucevic. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Vucevic has got his first basket of the night.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Pass to Vucevic. Trains it from beyond the arc. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Allen. Second chance shot. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. Pass to Green. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Charlotte needs to get a shot. And it's Vucevic missing.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The Knicks shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
26 seconds left from the first half of basketball. It's Harden with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Butler. Pass to Nemhard. Now here's Vucevic. The 3. He can't get it to go. And we finished one half of basketball. New York ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
They've been leaning on Ivica Zubac offensively all night, and he has answered the call.
Screen by Allen. And the rejection by Zubac. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Hornets. They trail by 6. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Outside Holiday. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
For the Knicks. Here's Irving. To the right side. Clock at 6. Markkanen with the block.
that's just great work on the defensive end by Lauri Markkanen, and you can see his length come into play.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. New York moving it around. Murray, good. And it's an 8-point New York lead.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Knicks leading by 6. Murray looking around. Pass to Eason. That one, no good. Great tee that time from Green. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, give Naz Reid credit. He perfectly timed that block. Wow.
Rebounded by Vucevic. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Butler on the way. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Good D by Anunoby.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Allen. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Back to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Allen. It's Allen on the wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Timeout.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Hornets trail by 3. .116 left to play here in the third. Here's Holiday. Butler on the wing. Oh, tough play by Butler.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover.
Ball outside. Outside, James. Nobody near Allen. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Irving. He has yet to score. Pass to James. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Allen. The tray. He got it up. No good that time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Paul with the ball. And he drives in. Butler with the steal. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Poke loose. Outside, White. Screen by James. James connects from deep.
3 points.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Looking to get back on track here. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Inside. Here's Allen. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Pass to Green. And stolen by James. Down low. And Allen with the slam.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
And New York making a change here. Allen no good on the free throw. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7th in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Reed from deep. Good on the triple. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Knicks ball.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And here is Murray. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And that one, good. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Green, the screen. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And it's Green, missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Back to Bridges. Pass to Murray. To the inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Into the lineup for your Hornets, number 12, Andrew Nembhard.
Hornets trail by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving in. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Outside, Dort. Pass to Eason. Draymond Green grabs the miss. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy, is it working.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Double team on Holiday. Outside Irving. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Harden outside. 6 to shoot.
James Harden has always absorbed a huge offensive burden. It matters not where he's playing and with whom. The guy is big time in the clutch.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
Wow, Vucevic with a big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
And Allen slams it in.
And look at how ready Allen was to fight for it. He's willing to go to battle for his team.
And the Hornets making a change here.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Irving for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Charlotte.
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
Middleton outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. To the paint. Here's LeBron. It falls.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Kyrie Irving so good at keeping defenders off balance. Earns a trip to the free throw line there. Nicely done.
So he gets them both. New York with the ball. Pass to Harden. .24 seconds left in the fourth.
And just seizing the moment. Allen not shying away in the clutch.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pick by Vucevic. Irving. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
For 3, Middleton. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up and